Kelselmo gave us this key to his little museum. Guess we could take a look. Something unsettling about these Dwemer.
This is Markarth, traveler. Safest city in the Reach.
Right. That's not been my experience. What is down here? Ah. Ferocious. Interesting. Looks like they converted this just into storage. Something like that. All right. Well, this display of Dwemer culture is intriguing. But Sagramore also views it as a kind of inexcusable waste of time and resources when there's so much else going on. So many important things happening in the world. But Sagramore is also a very black and white person, right? Single-minded. So something like this seems like frivolous to him, when clearly people should be taking sides in a war, you know? But all right, so it sounds like we are headed back to Galmar. We've completed our mission. It's interesting that the guard did not challenge me at Rarik's room. That's what I was expecting. So that's why I had kind of hatched this elaborate plan about how I was going to use battle cry and all this kind of stuff. But he didn't challenge me at all. So I don't know if that's bugged or if it's... Could be possible, too, that by agreeing to do some work for Kelselmo, that I had earned a certain degree of trust amongst the people, and so they didn't give me such a hard time going back there. That could be it, too. I don't know. So, okay. Now we gotta hustle back, and I have no idea what we're going to encounter along the way here, so... Always have one eye on the sky, that's for sure. Because we are still very, very vulnerable to dragons. We have no resistances at all. Which is concerning, but, you know. We're still only level 11, so...
respect the law and you disrespect me.
Yeah, hear that a lot. All right, so it's kind of a long haul here. We are retracing our steps technically, but I'm going to go ahead and hoof it all the way. Just because there's some interesting things along the way here that may have changed since we came through last time. So, worth pointing out also that since the last session, I have made a few changes. I have removed the mod Vivid Landscapes from my load order because, I don't know, I've used it a lot in the past, but it just, I don't know. I just decided I didn't like it. As I was kind of journeying across the landscape, in particular when the sun is out, it just, I don't know. I just wasn't liking how it looked. I didn't feel like it looked any better than what I had going on with the standard game, so I got rid of that. I also took some steps to try and fix this problem, which is a problem between Lanterns of Skyrim and Blowing in the Wind. And swear to God, I don't know what the issue is. I have all the correct patches. I have done research on load order. I've followed all the instructions, and I'm still getting double lanterns. I don't know why. Pretty frustrating, but at this point, there's really nothing I can do about it. If I take out Blowing in the Wind, then I get texture errors on my lanterns. So at this point, I've just left it in rather than trying to futz with it, figure out what's going on. Okay, we had some Forsworn trouble here last time, so just kind of playing it safe. Shit, dragon. Get to cover, get to cover. Where did he land? There he is. Ah, look at that. Another dragon encounter. This is Sagramor's opportunity to observe the thing, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, now we're learning what we can. This is Sagramor the scientist, the zoologist. Tuck in tight. Is he going to unload? No, he's on us, though. So what are we learning here? We're learning how they attack. We're learning... Sagramor's also learning something else really important by this event. Is that this dragon's got it bad for him. It seems to know who he is and is coming after him specifically. And that this is more than an animal intelligence. Oh, look at him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come, beast. Tell me what you want. Oh, man. Okay, this is great. This is where we're seeing the beginning of the formation of a complex relationship between Sagramor and the dragons. And one of the things that he is definitely going to realize from this situation is that this is a fight he can't win, so it's pushing us into the mine. Damn. Alright, let's see what we can do with food, I guess.
I knew it.
Okay, that was pretty aggressive. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. Hey, ooh, a knapsack. Sometimes they have potions. Yes. And apples. And books. Okay, that's good. Some more food. Apples. Whoa, another knapsack. Potion. Some valuables. Strength, stamina. Okay, that's good. Mead. Potatoes. Okay, what does this Joker have? Amethyst, armor, helmet and boots. All of that should yield iron ingots, which will be good. More food. Iron dagger. Okay, we've almost recovered all of our health at this point. So this is good.
Never should have come.
Excellent. It's ideal, actually. Just using one word of the Unrelenting Force Shout is all you need to stagger your opponent. And then it recovers very quickly, which I like. Oh, someone's down here. Let's quick save here. Okay. Got the better of him before he could unload that spell. That was great. He's got a decent dagger we could sell. Gold. Ingots for the cause. The villagers will get their mine back, but not for free. However, it looks like there's plenty more gold to be mined in here. That's probably why the Forsworn are here in the first place. So, the next time we go anywhere near Markarth, we'll have to let them know that their mine is usable again. And with any luck, we'll be able to get out of here now. With that, maybe that dragon has given up on us and is gone. Now, that was a really great experience, being in a position to allow the the mortal blade to get the mortal blade in training. The unevolved version of the mortal blade, to be able to get a close look at the creature that is slowly becoming his sworn enemy. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And you know, it's really easy to, you know, as a player, to want to rush headlong toward those upper levels. And, you know, the first 10, 20 levels go very, very quickly. I encourage people to really relish those first 20 levels. Take your time, soak it up, look for opportunities like that to start telling your story, right? Look for things like that. Because all of those little things that you experience now and sort of take to heart, right? Those events that you write into the story in your head will be so much more meaningful later on when you make it to high level. So all the struggles that we have here in the war, all the encounters with dragons, all these things that are happening, we still here. We're going to have to wait him out. He's persistent. Okay, this is super important, right? I mean, this really cements in Sagramor's head the fact that this dragon is not just going after people. It's not just destroying things. It's specifically coming after him. If it wasn't after him, it would have just left. Why would it stick around and wait to ambush him on the way out unless it really wanted to get him specifically? There's so much that would be easier pickings. If it's just about the dragon eating, it could go up to the road and attack the city. It could attack a farm. But no, it's camped outside a remote mine with nobody else around but Sagramor, waiting for him to come out, which to me speaks volumes about what's going on, right? There's Sagramor has got to start realizing at this point now that there's something more going on here, that this dragon has it in for him. And our first dragon encounter had some things like that too, where if you really listen closely during the battle, it sounds like the dragon is speaking to everyone present, but he's not. He's speaking specifically to Sagramor, who is one individual among a crowd of individuals, right? So, yeah. That should be pretty eye-opening, I would think. Now, can I use this inside? No. All right, so this can't be used inside, right? Or can it? Oh, sure. Does it skip putting up the tent, though, right? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. All right. Well, we're exhausted. This is got to be pretty difficult for Sagramor, pretty frustrating, because he's completed his mission. He's on his way back to talk to Galmar. They've got this pressing need to catch a caravan that, with each passing day, is getting closer to solitude. And he's stuck here. He can't deliver his message to Galmar because he's pinned inside an abandoned mine by a dragon, of all things. So you can kind of see the wheels in his head probably turning, trying to figure out not only what all of this means, but how the hell he's going to get out of this situation. So we're going to eat some Horker loaf, because everybody knows that Horker loaf helps you think clearly. All right. So we had some bread and we had some Horker loaf. Delicious Horker loaf sandwich washed down with some ale. A little apple. Okay. and we're going to have to... We don't have any choice. We've got to just bide our time. We won't survive 2 seconds on the road with a dragon flying around. So we're going to wait it out. So this is what we're going to do. It's 6:15 now. He's going to get 6 hours of sleep. And then in the dead of night, he's going to try to sneak out of here in the dead of night. And if the dragon is watching the entrance, hopefully he'll be able to sneak out in the darkness. That is the plan. Okay. Feeling a bit thirsty, am I? Okay. Rabbit hunch. A little water. All right, let's do this. What do these creatures want with me? That's what he would be asking. Okay. Got our fur mantle on. Okay, now we are actually going to use sneak mode. Shit. It's here. Foul beast. Okay, he just got done sleeping for 6 hours, which by my estimation means that this dragon has camped out for 9 hours at least, minimum. Okay. All right, let's get back out there, see what we can do. Oh, is it gone now? Okay, it might be playing possum. So if it's hiding out and is waiting for us to get far enough away from the entrance that it can trap us, it might be just kind of, you know, trying to lull us into a false sense of security. So we're going to stay close to the entrance. We'll busy ourselves smelting some things. At the first sign of trouble, we'll make a run for it. I think of this as Sagramore just kind of being nonchalant, you know, pretending like he's busy or that he doesn't care in an effort to make the dragon think that he's unaware. No, it's here. The fucking thing is here. Oh, wow. He wants us bad. We've got a couple healing potions now. We might be able to stand in with it for a round if we have to. But it's not looking good. Now it's attacking something else. God. Yeah, my unrelenting force, too, is, you know, with only one word, it's not enough. Oh, it's being shot at by Dawnguard, I bet. I think I'm hearing crossbows. It is.
That's the last of us.
Oh. Okay, he's going to back off. Okay, this is also bad in a way. I would be thinking that at this point Sagramore feels a bit cowardly. Like, look what these guys did, right? But look, they've got crossbows and they're not afraid to use them. So maybe he's conflicted here, right? Yeah, you took it down, but you used dishonorable weapons to do it. And yet at the same time he's conflicted. Like, you know, I just camped out in a mine to try and hide from the thing for 6 hours.
Yes?
Certain amount of frustration, I would think. He's not going to take anything. He didn't kill it.
Need something? Huh?
Okay, this is interesting though, right? So, one of the things that we always think about when we're playing characters like this is what quests are they going to do? In fact, I've had a lot of viewers ask me that about this character, and there are certain ones that I know we'll get involved with, but I don't know if we'll finish them or not. One of those that I'm always on the fence about is Dawnguard with this character. But think about it from this perspective. Look at, you know, the opportunity that the game just presented us. Essentially, he's an up-and-coming warrior. He's a prideful person, and he's come to the startling conclusion that this dragon was hunting him specifically. And now he's thinking he was too cowardly to fight it. And that's got to be eating at his craw. But also, at the same time, the Dawnguard just saved his bacon, right? They saved him from a situation that would have been pretty ugly otherwise, and their stepping in to fight that dragon also frees him now to complete his mission for Galmar and get back to the Stormcloaks. He actually owes the Dawnguard a debt at this point. They may not realize it, but he knows it in his mind, that this is an organization he owes a debt to. So, an event like this can have a big impact. Can have a big impact on what we do with our characters in the future. So, whereas I had no specific intention of getting involved in Dawnguard,
Are you finished ogling the grotesque?
an event like this
I suppose I should be grateful.
makes it a little bit easier to see how Sagramore could get involved with them. You know, and if we take an event like this and then we compound it with other things that could be happening to us along the way, you know, who knows? I mean, there may come a point where he will be very, very compelled to get involved in some way. But all of this stuff is secondary to his current mission, which is the Civil War. He's made an oath. He's made an oath to Ulfric Stormcloak to be a dedicated and reliable soldier. He's been given a lot of responsibility, even though he's young and green. They recognize something in him, some potential, and they trust him in ways that they don't trust others. So, oh, what's this? Oh, God, it's Thalmor. All right. Let's be wily. Cagey.
Don't do that.
You're dead.
Get the mage. Get the mage.
Someone still can't.
And run. Okay, now we're going to lead these Thalmor into a nasty trap. And I think it's going to be worth
I'll see you burn.
Okay, they're falling for it.
That's all you've got?
Come on. Come on, Stormcloaks. Let's do this. All right, now
Finish this!
we got it. Come on.
Damn you!
Oh, even the quartermaster's in it. Let's go along with Galmar now. There we go. Nice. Team effort. Bonebreaker thinking on his feet. Draws the enemy in. And we strip them of their goods. Got the mage first, so took out their leader, which means these clowns were left to run around on their own with no guidance, and they made a bad strategic decision and followed us right into a trap. That is the kind of shit you can never predict this game is going to do for you, and that's what I love. It's amazing. And then we get the spoils. And we got a chance to fight directly with Galmar as well.
Who we could trust with all this planning nonsense, I would be out there breaking heads with the rest of you.
Hey, I just brought some Thalmor to you because I knew you needed a kill.
We have forgotten them. This, I fear, the gods will remember.
Hey, Rarick says there's a shipment of coin traveling to Solitude.
Good job. I knew you'd come back with something for me. It just so happens I've got some scouts along the road. Meet up with them, and together see if you can't overpower the caravan.
All right. We can do that. We can do that. Got my orders. So we went from one defeat at the hands of that dragon
Can't wait to kill another Imperial.
to something nice here. That was
Here's
a
what I
good way
can
to do it.
spare.
Good way to kind of wrap that up, I guess. Okay. Let's sell off what we can here. Okay. That's pretty good. Crafting feathers. Gold ingots for the cause, plus some ore. Leather strips, iron ingots we're keeping. Okay. Let's see. Now we've got 12 iron ingots. Let's buy up this lot here of his leather strips. And let's further help out the cause. We'll make some more daggers here with what we got from those Forsworn. Again, this is going to help us a little bit with smithing levels. Okay.
What do you need?
I've got some daggers. Just, they're simple, nothing special, but add them to the armory for the cause, I guess. Awesome. Okay. Now we can level up as well. Okay. So this is going into stamina. And now we are going to invest in some smithing mastery. Okay. And let's see, how are we doing for money? All right, we've got 35. Let's see what else he's got.
Guide to you.
You as well. You have any armor?
Take a look.
Let's just do a little comparison, see what he's got. He's got steel. Eh. 12% magic resistance. That's helpful against dragons. That's helpful against frost dragons. Magicka resistance is nice because it's going to give us at least some resistance to all dragons, no matter what. We're already, because we're a Nord, naturally more resistant to frost dragons. Okay. 10% less damage when your health falls below 25%. Okay. Waning magic. Well, we're on a shoestring budget anyway. Let's take it. And again, I'm looking around and I'm just kind of making strategic picks here. I know that there are certain enchantments that are going to be vitally important to Sagramor's survival. And those are resist magic, resist fire, resist shock, resist frost. Those are going to be super important. And there are some also some very important perks in the blocking tree that are going to be important as well. Oh, we lost a guy. But we're not yet at a level where we can get those perks. But, that allow you to block a certain amount of elemental damage by holding your shield up. So you can hold your shield up and stand into a dragon's breath weapon with your shield extended and take less damage from that attack. And these things will stack. That's the good thing to know here, is these effects will stack. So it's possible for us to have an item that gives us resistance to fire, that stacks with resistance to magic, and then also on top of that, the resistance that we've got from our elemental blocking, stuff like that. So by making the right combination of gear, you can set yourself up to be much better at protecting yourself from these breath weapon attacks and stuff. So that's where we want to be, thinking about the things that we're going to need. I don't need that crappy shield. What I need is the enchantment that's on it so that I can use it later as part of our arsenal.
Next Imperial I see is dead.
Oh, hey, good hiding spot,
Keep
Ralof.
your eyes open. Hey there. I was wondering if I'd run into you out here.
Yeah.
The Reach is a beautiful but dangerous place, eh?
Oh,
One
yes.
false step and you'll fall to your death. That is, if those Forsworn don't get you first.
That's right.
Have you seen
Down
those
that road.
Briarheart men? That's some evil magic right there.
Yeah.
What brings you?
Saw one earlier
You have
today.
the look of purpose in your eyes.
We've got a mission. There's an enemy wagon loaded with coin and weapons. We need to capture that loot.
Really? It
Yes.
just so happens we've been tracking a wagon. for about
Really?
a day now.
Okay.
So that's what's in there. Coins and weapons. How do you know that?
Let's just say I had to do a little blackmail.
That was crafty. I'm sure having a steward in the pocket will come in handy.
Without a
Lucky
doubt.
for us that the wagon recently had a little accident. They're
Perfect.
stranded now, just up the road. We're outnumbered, but I have a plan. You got here just in time.
All right, what's the plan?
First, we're going to take out their sentry. Then we'll situate ourselves overlooking the camp. Next, you'll infiltrate their position and get their attention, while we hit them with a barrage of arrows. With a bit of luck, we'll catch them completely off guard and even the odds a little.
All right. I'm ready. Let's go. Good plan, my friend.
There's a sentry patrolling.
And I particularly like my role
Go
in
quiet
it.
and drop in with a combined arrow barrage. Keep low. Fire on my word.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. So they're going to take out the sentry, and then we're going to rush in. We don't know how many enemies are in there. He wants me to rush in, presumably because Sagramore is beastly in combat, and they know that. What I'm going to do is draw them out toward the road and get them out of their camp. So I'm not going to charge into their camp. I'm going to get their attention and draw them out onto the road and take them there. Because if these guys are going to be hitting them with arrows, that'll give them open shot, and it'll give me a chance to make sure I'm not getting myself flanked or surrounded. So that's the plan, I think. Because there's that guard up ahead there. I'm assuming...
Fire!
Yeah.
You infiltrate
here
their
we go.
camp. We'll cover you from the ridge. Good luck.
Around this way. All right, got the unrelenting force poised.
This is none of your material business. Be on your way.
Okay, there's one.
For the glory of the Empire! Damn you!
Oh man, I'm getting surrounded. Getting surrounded.
Yourself a warrior?
String them out. There we go. Now, if I turn in circles, I can put them in situations where they're blocking each other.
I cannot best you.
Oh, did it. 5 of them. Okay, it says report to Raloff. Okay, what I know of this quest is that we don't want to report to Raloff right away. The reason for that is... This I remember well from last time. The second we report to Raloff, this camp disappears and everything in it. Which means you can't loot it. But it also means that if you had the forethought to loot the thing, could have smashed this open. Out of lockpicks. Can't get in. And I can't smash it open, so we'll just have to go with whatever Galmar does here. So if the camp disappears, the horse disappears too. So I'm downloaded with junk right now and I'm encumbered. So we're going to steal the horse. We're going to go back to Galmar. We'll offload all this loot, and I'll see if the quartermaster has any lockpicks. If he has a lockpick, I'll grab one and come back, and we'll open it, and then we'll report to Raloff once we've got all the loot. Because for now, I can use the horse then to get all this stuff back to the camp. And I can sell it off and make up some of the money that I spent on that shield, which would be great. What I've found is that in the Civil War quest line, for me, I like the Civil War quest line from the warrior's perspective. And some of the big battles that we have coming up will yield a ton of stuff. I mean, if you confiscate everybody's armor and weapons and then smelt that down into usable materials, you can make a lot of headway on your smithing like that. Oh, we lost another one. Eesh. We freed a prisoner and killed 3 Thalmor at the cost of 2 of our own. Well, it's war. I don't think Sagramore would have qualms about that.
Legion soldiers gleam like fresh fallen snow and clank like a
Yes, they
kitchen.
clank like a kitchen.
They head this way, we'll know it.
Come on. Come on.
Take a look.
All right. So let's look and see what he's got. Ah, no lockpicks. Now, Galmar is going to get the loot regardless. I mean, when this quest is over, he says he's going to send a wagon or horses or somebody down there to get the wagon. But we have an opportunity to loot the damn thing first, and it's filled with silver. But the lock is too high level for me to smash it, and I don't have any lockpicks. So we're kind of screwed on that one, I think. But we can sell these things off and make some money. Okay, Imperial armor. Quartermasters usually have a decent amount of money, which is good. Okay. Anything random? No. All right, so I guess it's not surprising that the quartermaster wouldn't carry something like lockpicks, but... All right, so we got to go back and talk to Ralof now. I mean, honestly, this quest would not be over until I talk to Ralof. So I suppose if I wanted to, I could go further out of my way to get lockpicks. But in the interest of the role play, you know, that's not the mission. That's not what I've been asked to do. And the implication is that this is time sensitive. So, while it would be awesome to get my hands on that loot, it doesn't make sense, I don't think. I mean, it doesn't make sense from a role play perspective that Sagramore would do that. So we'll complete our mission, and then we'll leave it to Galmar to dispatch a group to go out there and pick up that wagon and whatever's in it. So, missing out on a little loot here, but that wouldn't be the first time we missed out on loot with this character, so I'm not too worried about that. I think it makes the most sense. Now, we're going to drop this horse off. We're going to talk to Ralof, and then we're going to have to go on foot back to the camp and talk to Galmar, and he'll give us our next mission. So, it's a little bit of back and forth, but I think it's worth it. All right, so we defeated those Imperials. We got all the money, and we got a cache of gear, and even got a horse as a prize. So,
Ever wonder if maybe we should call a truce with the Imperials and join forces for just a little while to take care of some of these dragons?
truce? I don't know. I guess I hadn't considered that. The dragons are a big threat. I've seen that myself. Maybe Ralof is right. Maybe a truce would make sense. But I doubt that'll happen. As long as the Thalmor are poisoning Skyrim, the chances of a truce are pretty much non-existent. All right, back we go. All right. So I think next on the agenda is probably going to be if I were a betting man, I think we've probably finished everything we need to finish where the Reach is concerned. This is probably the point at which we've got to liberate the Reach, which would mean taking Fort Sungard, I think. That is a fight that I remember as being a difficult and nasty one. So we'll have to prepare ourselves for that. Stool. Let's take it. It's done.
Well done. One lives for the things
Ooh, we got
he is
600
willing
gold.
to die for.
Okay.
Watch yourself out there. Always go to see someone I can trust.
Well, what are we doing next?
Battle reveals who a man really is.
Yeah, liberate the Reach. Okay. Yeah, there was no real conversation about that, was there? This is where we are. Okay.
Remember that.
Hey.
The Empire would have us become slaves to the Thalmor. We are not slaves. We are men. Reasons. Since when does a man need a reason to protect his family, to defend his homeland? It's the damn Outlanders and Empire that need the reasons.
Okay. Is the dialogue here broken? Let's exit
Enough
this.
talk. There's much to do.
Like what?
Always go to see someone I can trust. One lives for the things he
there
is
we
willing
go.
to die for.
All right, I'm reporting
You're
in.
going to Fort Sungard. Meet the brothers preparing for the attack. Then join them in wiping out the Imperials. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. What do you say? Can you do this?
Fort's already ours.
Good. You've got real fire in you. I like that. Talos guide you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
soldiers gleam like fresh fallen
little
snow
hitch
and
there, but
clank
it sounds
a
like
kitchen.
we're
They head this way. We'll know.
we're
it.
off and running.
Can't wait to kill.
Can I use this, please? Thank you. All right, blister wart, an imp stool. Ah, yes. Restore the health. Okay. So, yeah, we need to be making some simple health potions, or finding them, or buying them in order to do what we need to do, because it's going to get... Sungard is going to be rough. I have this feeling, right? It's been a while, but I seem to remember that was one that took me a few attempts. So that's what we are going to be doing in the next episode. We're going to prepare ourselves for battle and make our way to Fort Sungard and join our Stormcloak brethren in taking that fort back from the filthy Imperials. I will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.